Hello everyone, this is Running on Empty Food Review. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone watching. Good afternoon. This is Running on Empty Food Review. I'm your host, the Report of the Week. Alright, well, we're back to usual now, back to business, back to the standard food reviews, and all the hectic dismay of this last week is hopefully subsided, at least for me. Today's review is for something from Chick-fil-A. This has been in the news recently. People have been talking about it. You know, maybe you've seen other people trying to review it. You've seen articles about it. You might have even seen this on the Chick-fil-A website. They've released a new sandwich to kick off the summer season. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Your backyard barbecue is coming to Chick-fil-A. And this is their Smokehouse BBQ Bacon Sandwich. They got a smokehouse, because of course everyone loves that smokehouse stuff now. I mean, it is a trend in fast food stuff. I mean, well, of course Arby's has their smokehouse stuff, and then Little Caesars had their smokehouse pizza. Chick-fil-A, they're saying, oh shoot, you know, everyone's doing this, we got to get in on it too, so we got to get some smokehouse stuff going on. That's the big trend of 2017, ladies and gentlemen. It's smokehouse. So Chick-fil-A said, okay, we got to get in on the smokehouse parade, so we're going to get our smokehouse barbecue bacon sandwich. What is it exactly? Well, the smokehouse sandwich comes with a grilled chicken patty. As a matter of fact, I'll just open it up so you can see it as I introduce it, really. Okay. Show it to you right here. Got some barbecue sauce on my finger. Okay. Here's what we got. That's what the sandwich looks like. You can see it right there. Comes with a grilled chicken patty. Okay. Grilled chicken patty, lettuce, Colby Jack cheese, bacon. I believe it's actually like a type of sugar-cured bacon, as a matter of fact. And then a kind of like a sweet smoky barbecue sauce, I believe it is. We'll take it out of its holder so I can show it to you best. And I'm just going to peel off some of this excess lettuce. There's still lettuce on it, don't worry. And I'm gonna get this off my hand. You might say, why didn't you lick it off? Well, I don't want to change my view of the sandwich. I want to find out, you know, what the barbecue sauce tastes like when I have it on the sandwich first. Okay, so let's unbun it. Let's see what we have here. There's a piece of bacon stuck to the bun. It's actually a Hawaiian roll, as a matter of fact, so there might be some little sweetness in there too. And you can see there's the other two pieces of bacon, and there's the chicken. You can kind of see the piece of cheese as well on it. I think it's an interesting little sandwich. You know, again, it's coming in with the trend of 2017 of all the smokehouse stuff, and you know, maybe it'll be a pretty good sandwich. You know, and let's gently rest it here, and there it is, coming in close. There it goes. Okay. Enough with this. I'm just going to get to eating. We know what's on it. You know what's on it. Now we're just going to see what it actually tastes like. So that's the Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich from Chick-fil-A going in. I'll take about 2 more bites. I didn't mean for that. What happened, you can see right now this huge gap right there in the, the chicken sandwich. I just meant to take, a little bite. And the chicken itself, and now Chick-fil-A ought to take this as a compliment to the quality of their chicken. The chicken was so tender, I just took a bite, and a larger than intended piece of the chicken patty kind of split off into my mouth. And, it just... I give them credit. That means that the chicken itself was just tender and of good, of good quality. Take that maybe as a little bit of a preview for what I have to say about the sandwich, but all in all, here's what you got. Okay. When I go to Chick-fil-A usually, I'll be honest, I'm not a person to usually get the sandwich of the grilled variety, I'm not usually, I just get their standard Chick-fil-A chicken, it comes fried and breaded. That's just what I usually find myself getting. Okay. So when it comes to grilled chicken, I always get a little, just a little uneasy, because some places, when they do grilled chicken, they do it great, it's still juicy, it's tender, it's just absolutely great. Other places, when they do grilled chicken, it's like all the flavor and all the juiciness of the chicken just gets sucked out, and it's like you're just eating this dry, tough piece of meat that shouldn't be like that, and it's just very, very unpleasant. So when it comes to any grilled chicken sandwich, I always get a little bit worried, because I always think to myself, oh, okay, well, if they do this piece of chicken bad, the whole sandwich is ruined. But as soon as I took that first bite, I took a little semi-breath of relief. Because I realized, Chick-fil-A did this piece of chicken good, and I guess it should be almost expected in a sense, because Chick-fil-A, I'll be honest, they do chicken very good. They do a very good job at it. Grilled or otherwise, they do a good job at it. The chicken here is just so tender. It was so juicy. I mean, the one way, as I said earlier, to kind of really prove that is the fact I took this little bite, and it might be a little bit of an inconvenience, but the piece of the chicken split right off. It was just that tender. So really, I think they should take it as a compliment to their quality. And number one, the chicken itself is very tender, very juicy, extremely flavorful. You can just taste that meaty flavor. It's very good. But hey, you can get any sort of grilled chicken sandwich from this. What makes this one so special? What about the smokehouse characteristics thereof? Specifically talking about that bacon, the special bacon, the sugar-cured bacon, and the smoky barbecue sauce. How does that blend in with the whole sandwich? Well, the sugar-cured bacon, first and foremost, is noticeable. Now, I was a little worried when it came to the bacon, because I was kind of looking at it, and I was a little worried about the quality of it. It kind of looked a little, in some ways, a little shriveled up. I was worried about the quality. I was thinking, well, how's this going to taste? The bacon itself, though, as soon as I bit in, I could also taste the sweetness. It was like this, it was just a little bit of a hint of sweetness mixed in with that fattiness of the bacon. And the way it blended together was very good. It actually blended in very nicely. So when you bite in, you also get this little bit of a sweetness from the bacon, too. Which it's always neat when they kind of get that sugar-cured bacon and you're able to get an interesting little flavor that works with something as fatty and oily as the bacon. So that was an interesting little thing that I noticed there about the sandwich as well. Now, one other thing that I noticed and wanted to talk about, of course, was the sauce. You have this barbecue sauce, and this is really what's supposed to make it the smokehouse sandwich. The barbecue sauce itself was interesting. It had two distinct flavors. The barbecue sauce had a little bit of a sweetness to it, number one. Okay, it did have a little bit of a sweetness to it. But number two, it had a smokiness as well. That's what I was looking for in this sandwich. Just the smokiness of that barbecue sauce, the sweetness of it, and a tiny little bit of tang as well. Really just blended it all together. It mixed in very nicely. I think the chicken itself was juicy enough, but it permeated in well, added some nice additional flavor. It just blended and really tied all these ingredients together. The Hawaiian bun, of course, I really couldn't taste too much of it. I think all the sweetness is already there, really, most prevalent in some of the sauce and in that bacon as well. So any flavor that was in that bun was a little bit, it was just minimized, I suppose you'd say. And the cheese, Colby Jack cheese, I could taste a little bit of Monterey, I believe it was. But it was, the cheese itself was there. It you know, it was also there, but it wasn't the primary flavor. It was more of a secondary flavor as well. But all in all, I really can't find much to criticize this sandwich about at all. I mean, they nailed the quality of the chicken. The bacon was better than I anticipated it to be, and the sauce is exactly what it was. It was smoky with a little bit of sweetness as well. So overall, I think they did a good job with this sandwich. I thought it was very good. I certainly enjoyed it, and if I ever do crave, you know, a grilled chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A again, you know, I could see myself getting this one, truth be told. I'll be honest. There was one discouraging factor about this, and that was the price. This sandwich was $6, and I do consider that a little bit pricey for a sandwich. But I always try and be a little judicious. I always say, well, it might be a little pricey, but did you get what you paid for? In this case, absolutely. You got a good quality chicken sandwich. As I said, I can't really find anything to really criticize it on. I think they did exactly what they said they were going to do, and they did a good job at it too. So it is worth it. I think they did. You know, you're getting something quality for the price at least. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, out of 10, what am I going to be rating? What is this thing called? The Smokehouse BBQ Bacon Sandwich from Chick-fil-A. Out of 10, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to give this sandwich, I'm going to give it a 9.7 out of 10. It was enjoyable, and I think they just spot on. They nailed this sandwich. They did a good job, and I think it's just as deserving of this rating. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all that I have for you. I'm your host, the Report of the Week, and today's review is for the Smokehouse BBQ Bacon Sandwich from Chick-fil-A. Thank you all, take care, and have a good weekend.